How will you feel when your pastor says no kiss at your wedding? How will you feel? How are you going to feel about the whole incident of having to, organize a whole wedding and you think that you're going to crown it with a kiss? And then the pastor will say that now, look, we've changed our models, we've changed our policies, and henceforth we are not going to allow couples to actually kiss. So it's fate against culture in this case, where the Apostolic Church of Ghana has officially announced that henceforth, Obia and you are Oye wedding na Ubeyesi. You're not gonna kiss your partner during wedding. You may kiss the bride the trim. Okay, and it's really a conversation that is making waves on the internet because this is a culture that we've been accustomed to for a long time now in Ghana, and most people actually go to weddings. Some people go to weddings specifically to witness that kind of moment because it's kind of romantic, and sometimes the whole vibe, people will be shouting and taking cameras, videos, and stuff, and it makes the whole ceremony kind of memorable. But in this case, the Apostolic Church of Ghana, headed by the president, Apostle Samuel Amina, says that they've officially sat down to realize that people are taking advantage. Boys, they take advantage of the whole situation of Charlie. Make you kiss the bride. Charlie, show something small. Show your woman see that you have to seal the covenant with a kiss. Charlie, boys, they overdo them. Boys, they overdo the thing, but because initially this whole idea of kissing the bride is not our culture. It's not our culture, though. We adopted it from the Europeans and from the early Christians, and the early Christians actually adopted it from the Romans. Historically, the Romans actually used a kiss to seal any form of contract. Okay, just like when after a contract is negotiated, there's going to be a signature. People append their signature to sort of seal the contract. During the ancient times, the Romans actually used a kiss to sometimes seal a certain covenant and stuff. So the early Christians adopted that, and then later on, we also adopted it as a form of culture, and now we are using it. But boys overuse them. You see, sometimes, I don't know whether you think this is actually a right thing for the Apostolic Church of Ghana to do, but I feel sometimes the guys actually, the couples overdo it, okay? And according to their explanation, they say that the practice is becoming performative and theatrical. Like people are using it to sort of overdo things, and it doesn't align with the cultural values of the church and the policies of the church and what the church stands for. So they have to cancel it to make sure that they balance and align things. They actually handle things the way that the church actually deems fit, right? And Charlie, boys, you see, sometimes you go see some of this, you may kiss the bride video. Charlie, the way I didn't see, I figure then you for be like gentle kiss. If you're peck, then you pull back. Charlie, somebody go feel hold somebody in jaw. Right there, in parents did it, in parties did it, in pastor did it. Bad man no go see that Charlie idea with the ferry Accra no. Onya nipa no kro be me no na to him. Sometimes if Charlie don't go feed do unless say Charlie akwantre bi ni idea be man san ya ti omunte because chairman obi o Charlie the girl what kind of swat check where the girl come do and say Charlie unless you marry me. So at that moment, if they say make you kiss your bride, but then bad man enter some dimension, be like, one meditate here for so long, About meditation they go for so long. See, the moment that portal opens, that kiss the bride, no, bro. At that moment, you might squad will see say they physically they did the normal like that, but most guys then did different dimensions. So sometimes it becomes quite an eyesore, and the Apostolic Church of Ghana believes that it's getting out of hand, and appropriately so, they have to put things in place and make sure that as a church authority, they bring things back to order. And this doesn't actually affect the entire Christian body of Ghana, but then a section of it, that's Apostolic Church of Ghana are actually making the stand. And that's not the only thing that they actually spoke about. They said that pre-wedding shoots, right? Pre-wedding shoots. So if you photographer, then if they do wedding shoot, give people waiting, they couples waiting, they be apostolic. If you know, see right now, and you might be where I say what you trust. You see, then the leaders are saying that sometimes the pre-wedding shoots are not appropriate. The way they pose and the way they hold themselves and all that. And you're more fair, Charlie. And penny for say we they overdo them. Then they've actually attributed it to the trends on social media and everything, and it's gradually going into, or it's gradually crawling into the church system, and they feel like as a church authority, as leadership of a church, they have to make sure that they create some boundaries in relation to that, so that Charlie, at the end of the day, they won't get to a point that they can't hold things well together. But I mean, I grown here. Sometimes the thing that they carry come your house, I grown here. They bow fee you bow. I mean, to be more they coin. That thing that they carry come your house. I mean, you come off for the wedding place or the ceremony center. Charlie, you go and go to honeymoon. There's a lot that you can do there, but you don't have to be all performative there. I don't know, but personally, that's what I think. But then it used to be fun, though. I think that's one of the moments in marriage ceremonies that a lot of people enjoy, because it's sort of seals the whole ceremony after everything has been done and the rings have been exchanged, and it sort of served as a form of a transition from a ceremony to a celebration. And yeah, I mean, it's really a nice part of the whole process. But then Apostolic Church of Ghana believes otherwise, and the right thing to do will be done. So henceforth, you may kiss the bride is no more. I don't think Boli will be happy with this, though. But anyway, that's fine. And I don't know whether other churches actually do this. I don't know how many churches in Ghana have rendered these things as inappropriate. But then Apostolic Church has made the waves currently that they are not going to allow people to, kiss their brides, And I don't know what you think about this. Do you think this is a very bold statement? Do you think something, they are overdoing, or they are overstepping their duties or their authority, or you feel like it's something that is necessary to be done, since at the end of the day, the couples are going to be in their private sanctuary and probably experiment with whatever that has to be done there, and the keys to seal the whole ceremony might not particularly be done like we think. Or what do you actually think about this? If you ask me, I think your opinion matters most in this, because if you ask me, I'm perhaps going to be a little biased, because I think sometimes the people overdo it, like I've said, and I believe that there should be some level of mechanism to sort of regulate activities like this, especially when it comes to a moral domain like the church, okay? Because the church is supposed to craft people and then groom people for them to become certain personalities to the society in a certain way. So they going along these lines is a bit understandable because of the domain that the church operates within. So personally, I think it's not a bad idea, though. But though some of us that are not married, it'd be like, then cheat will be that. Anyway, I don't know. My church allows that. My church, they allow. I for this. So I don't know whether my church they allow them. So because we that we don't marry, if like say it be general thing for Christians, it be like then cheat will be this. So. Anna, I say we move be here, because you be at here. And yes, because some boys be minimum. So some guys I know they're not married. Where the boys, those guys in particular, if they not take that particular clause out, the things you go see will not be good. So it be good. I mean, I have to take one for the team. It's good that they've taken it out for the sake of some visual images of some boys that they are not yet married, that I know eventually they will marry. Yes. So that's what is happening with regards to the Apostolic Church of Ghana's decision to actually take out the "you may kiss the bride" section in marriage ceremonies. I don't know what you think about this, but I mean, it's a hot take, and I believe that your opinion about this will go far in any way possible. My name is Donald, not Trump, and thank you for doing this with me all the time. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and definitely I'll see you on the other side. Peace.